What is the biggest lie told to people in human history? The war won't last long. We are a family and care about our employees. Please listen carefully as our menu options have recently changed. I acknowledge that I have read and agree to the above terms and conditions. Your call is important to us. There are hot singles in my area dying to meet me. Your baby is beautiful. Push flap to open on the Kraft mac and cheese box. You won't always have a calculator. If elected, ... No strings attached. Yes, I will remember to cancel the subscription just before the free trial ends. If you work hard, you'll have a good happy life. It's more about where you put the effort every day. You can put in half the effort of someone and end up 10x better than them. They, by being unlike you, are inferior. Looks don't matter. If you're a good person, good things will happen to you. Money won't make you happy. I definitely will not cum in your mouth. The serving sizes on bags of chips. They are your enemy. You'll get arthritis by cracking your knuckles. It takes 7 years to digest gum. Not so much a lie, but to justify why pets live such short lives. 1 year to us is 7 to a dog cat. We're just doing this to keep you safe. Tax cuts for the rich will benefit everyone. You can be whatever you want to be when you grow up. You're special. The Native Americans worked with the early settlers to create Thanksgiving. Interview ends. Thank you, we'll call you soon. That it takes 3 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. The cake. Everything happens for a reason. That anyone can become rich in a society that is ruled by people who need poor laborers to keep the wheels of commerce grinding. Epstein hanged himself. There's an invisible man living in the sky who watches everything you do. Every minute of every day. And the invisible man has a special list of 10 things he does not want you to do. And if you do any of these 10 things, he has a special place. Full of fire and smoke and burning and torture and anguish. Where he will send you to live and suffer and burn and choke and scream and cry forever and ever. Till the end of time, but he loves you. He loves you. And he needs money. The great George Carlin. Just the tip. Trickle-down economics. To live forever in complete happiness, all you have to do. Dulce et decorum est. Weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. The banks are too big to fail. I'm sorry to hear that. Capitalism isn't perfect, but it's the best system we've got. If that were true, how come we spend so much time worrying and paying people to murder and destabilize every democratically elected socialist government? The military-industrial complex is basically a money grab fueled by having to fight the right-wing dictators we put into office, and making new weapons to compete with the ones that we sell to our enemies. The customer is always right. I want to know who came up with that. They wrong ASF. Money doesn't buy happiness. Yes, it does. If it didn't, rich people would just give it away. Which they don't. Carrots make you see in the dark. I ate so much and turned orange for nothing. Germans are the master race. Untold millions died over that one. Money doesn't buy happiness. Superior races based on melanin content. Not necessarily a lie, but people have the misconception that Europeans invented slavery in the 15th century. Slavery is something that has existed across the world for millennia, and there were large-scale slave trade networks established by other powers. such as the trans-Saharan slave trade established by the Islamic Caliphate after their conquest of North Africa. That you have to do things. You don't. We made the rules. They're all made up. All the borders are just lines we scribbled on maps after fighting over it. All the laws are just things we kinda agreed sound good. You have choices about so many more things than you realize. That humans aren't violent. We killed the fuck out of everything to get where we are. Sometimes we circled back and killed the fuck out of stuff again. That all it takes to make it rich in America is a hard work ethic and pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. Adam and Eve fairy tale. 2 weeks to stop the spread. Corn Pop was a bad dude. I represent my constituents and vote how they would want me to vote. And then the Pilgrims and the natives had maize, turkey, and stuffing, and everyone lived happily ever after. That we are free. We live on a paradise of a planet that is essentially a prison. Very few are actually free. Gods, Jesus, heaven, hell, etc. The money will trickle down. We live in a meritocracy. Humanity's color vision varies wildly. We all know the color-blind dichromats. Normal people trichromats. But we ignore the colorful tetrachromats. 25, 50, 25 respectively. WTF do the tetrachromats see? You don't need a union. We will take care of you. The good guys always win. God? I can't explain it, so that proves there is a God. And he's all-powerful and will listen to your prayers but not enough to save your child from getting butt-fucked by my priests. Mary was a virgin. Our call volume is busier than normal. That people in the Middle Ages believed the world was flat. From the 6th century BC, most scientists, mathematicians, and scholars believed the Earth was spherical. From the 3rd century BC, this was the universally accepted understanding in Western civilizations. I have read and agree to the terms and conditions. Religion. That God took a rib from Adam to create Eve, and that's why men have one less rib than women. Even if you believe the creation story, men and women have the same number of ribs. Read a fucking science textbook. There are hot single MILFs in your local area dying to meet you. There are invisible gods. God has spoken to me and wants the following. Your religion is the correct one. Lol, the main reason why most people believe what they believe is because they were born into part of the world in which the religion is popular. The Protocols of the Elders of Zion. God S and Religion S. Religion, easily. Religion. When Hitler told the Jews that the trains lead to paradise. Mary was a virgin. I have read and understand the terms and conditions. The one about gum was driving me crazy. NGL skull. If you swallow gum, it will stay in your stomach for years. I am pretty sure I've got a gum factory down there by now. I'm God, I am, he is the Son of God. This is God's baby, I'm still a virgin. Me, your favorite president. Your elected officials are here for you. Hard work means success. Just know, you're going to die in the class you were born in. God is watching over us and protecting us. Pure poppycock. That there are gods. The war to end all wars. Mary was a virgin. That their gods are real. There's a God and that God has a plan. Pray to God, he will sort you out. Any other God than the one you believe is the correct one. God made him king.